Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje has received his first dose of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Governor Ganduje received the vaccine alongside some frontline health workers and top government functionaries. Barely 48 hours after arrival of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines in Kano State, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje became the first person to receive the jab in the state. Governor Ganduje was vaccinated at the Murtala Muhammad Specialist Hospital, Kano. The vaccine was administered on him by his personal physician, Dr. Fakhruddin Muhammad, in the presence of some frontline health workers, the media, amongst others. After receiving the jab, the governor described the vaccine as the beginning of the end of the coronavirus pandemic.
We have witnessed the first vaccination exercise in our fight against COVID-19, and this is the beginning of the end of COVID-19 in Kano State. We have to thank Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the various measures and numerous measures that he has taken so far in order to prevent COVID-19 from its serious infection on the people of Nigeria. Mr. President has succeeded in securing the vaccines, which is taking the fight to the next level. And here in Kano, we have just started. Therefore, I urge all our people to ensure that they register and they make themselves available to the nearest designated health facility so that they can benefit from this exercise. On our part, the Kano State government has done all what is supposed to be done in terms of provision of facilities, the cold chain, and well-trained medical staff who are ready to do the job. So what it remains is the willingness of individuals to make themselves available for this vaccination.
The governor reiterated the commitment of his administration to stemming the communal spread of the virus in the state.
You know the steps we have so far taken. For over 1 year now, we have been battling with this pandemic. But thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is under control in Nigeria, it is under control in Kano State, but that is not the end of it yet. We have to do all what it takes in order to ensure that our people are vaccinated, which will mark the end of this pandemic.
The State Commissioner for Health, Aminat Anyawa, expressed delight at the development and the readiness of government to continue to work towards ensuring that Kano is free of the virus.
We are all aware that COVID-19, as at today, has no cure. So the best option we have, Your Excellency, is in line with your principles of COVID-19 response, that is preventive, curative, as well as palliative activities in the state. Your Excellency, prevention remains the gold standard of COVID-19. And immunization or vaccination remains the most important and most effective preventive measure of COVID-19 across the globe. That is why His Excellency is here today to launch the flag off. We have received 209,520 doses of COVID-19 vaccines. His Excellency has invested a lot in COVID-19 response. And more importantly, His Excellency is supporting the COVID-19 vaccination activities, right from pre-implementation activities, right from the word go, even before the vaccines arrived Kano. With the support of His Excellency, we are able to select 509 facilities across the state where we are going to have our vaccination activities in all our 44 local government areas in this facility. And also, His Excellency has provided cold chain equipment, that is the storage equipment for this vaccination at various levels, at state level, at local government level, as well as the world level, to ensure the potency of our vaccines. And aside, we have commenced in earnest training of our healthcare workers that will be involved directly in this vaccination exercise.
The Secretary to the State Government, Usman Al-Haji, was the second person to receive the vaccine. Frontline health workers and some aides of the governor also received the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Kano State Government received 209,520 doses of the vaccine, with bundles of syringe and safety boxes. The wife of the Kano State Governor, Hafsat Abdullahi Ganduje, empowered some women on the occasion of the 2021 International Women's Day celebration at the Open Theatre of Government House, Kano. The day, which is celebrated annually on the 8th of March, was organized by the State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development. The First Lady took the advantage of the event to empower 1,500 women with 10,000 naira each as startup capital. However, the First Lady received an outstanding award for excellence in women empowerment and gender development, bestowed on her by women associations in the state. At the occasion, some women were also honored for their excellent performance in 2020. The wife of the State Deputy Governor, Hafsat Nasir Gawuna, and wives of commissioners and permanent secretaries were also in attendance.
This year's International Women's Day is a rallying call for generation equality. It is a right time to finally and fully harness the power of women leadership to realize a more equal, more inclusive, and more sustainable future, inshallah. Studies have shown that women leadership is more transformational than men. They function as a role models for their subordinates. They inspire their family members and spend a lot of time coaching the loved ones, and they care a lot about their personal development. Ladies and gentlemen, the most recent challenges being faced by women in the world today are mainly caused by the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. Women all over the world have been seriously affected by the wrath of this deadly disease. Many of them become widows, while others become victims of various degrees of assault and economic downturn as a result of lockdown measures. I believe, having been empathetic, great attendees, strong communicators, and of good multitasking individuals, women can overcome effectively the effect of this pandemic.
Sanity, orderliness, safety, this is the traffic situation in Kano, northern Nigeria's biggest city and commercial capital. Since its formation in 2012, Kano State Road and Traffic Agency KAROTA has brought an end to chaos on Kano roads. At major junctions in Kano metropolis and other towns across the state, men and officers of KAROTA are there to enforce regulations. Activities of the agency are coordinated from its headquarters in Bompai Estate, Kano. Operational vehicles, heavy-duty towing trucks, and
working for potholes, small potholes within the state between KAROTA and Karma. He has put another synergy. We have a very good network of working relationship with all agencies like Kanubda. Kanubda also help and fund our operation whenever we are going for operation, illegal demolition of structures. The governor now form a committee which I chaired. So we go and do all this kind of operations together. He's very happy with this agency. I can bet you that when you have any interview, you ask the governor, he will tell you KAROTA is his best agency, I believe. I know others are working, but I believe he will tell you that we are doing well.
Dan Agundi is of the view that transportation can be a money spinning sector for the government.
I believe transport sector in the whole of the world, if any country will take it and give it priority, there is no sector, to my understanding, that will give you a revenue to develop that country or that state or local government, be it what, like transport sector. It gives a lot of money in terms of revenue, and revenue that you will not be in fight with anybody.
One of the reforms introduced by KAROTA is registration of tricycle operators in Kano.
When we came on board, we understood that the tricycle operating in Kano are growing out of proportion. And we decided to know how many they are. People were thinking they are about 2 million or more, or 1 million, 1.5 million, so many suggestions. We started numbering of the tricycle, giving them permit to operate. Within 2 weeks, we generate 380 million as revenue to the state government, with about 60,000 tricycles operating in the state. That is just one sector. So, and after that, we come along with the unions, leaders. They have about 6 unions, different unions. We form one to be talking under one umbrella, and that gives us a working relationship with them. We never had any quarrel with them, and they understand the help the government did to them. We put trackers for the tricycles. Now, anybody who lost his tricycle by thieves or by whatever means, or you want to know whether your tricycle operates in that day, if you have given it out for hire purchase to people, like what they do, they just come to us, because sometimes they have problem with the riders. They say they don't work today, they don't remit money to them. So the owners used to come to us to find out whether their tricycle operates, because we have a tracker in them. So we'll be able to tell you that your tricycle operates and these are the routes he followed. So this is what we did.
Despite the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, the agency surpassed its revenue projection for 2020.
Transport sector, in particular, this agency helped seriously to see that. But without, I can, even though we go out with the security, we don't use force. We dialogue with the people. Sometimes while we start the operation, you see the people doing it themselves. So when we say we are coming for this operation, people believe, yes, we are doing the operation. And I said he wants dialogue in anything we do, unless and until somebody prove to be non-compliance, then you can put whatever measures to do your work. But with the help of God and the security agencies, and with the advice from the governor all the time.
In all these, the welfare of personnel of the agency takes front burner, hence their dedication to the assignment.
The governor have given approval for another 1,000 employment
to keep in shape and prepare for the task of managing traffic in one of Nigeria's busiest cities.